what's up, guys? Coming at you with another video. Something I just wanted to kind of talk about because it was a news story. It came out and I thought it would be an interesting topic to discuss, and it deals with Blue Beetle. Now, there's been talks of Blue Beetle, an animated show coming out, for the DC universe, which I think is a perfect idea because it would be great for kids. It would be great for basically all audiences, but we do need an IP. We need something that's for younger kids that they can watch and enjoy, that doesn't have people's hearts getting ripped out, for example. Like in Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos was for the adults. We need something that's for everyone, especially if we want to see the DC universe continue to thrive. Like, I hope Superman is going to be bringing in all audiences. I think Blue Beetle can do the same. Well, we might actually be getting the animated show sooner than we think. And we may also be getting a sequel. I doubt the sequel, but I do think the animated show could come out sooner than we think. Now, this comes from Direct, and I will have to admit, the article's kind of dysfunctional, so I'm going to jump around just a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to jump around a little bit because I found the article to be a little bit dysfunctional, just a little bit. But the person who was interviewing Xolo Mariduena, who played Blue Beetle, played Jaime Reyes, said, "It's a crime that we haven't seen Blue Beetle for as long as it's been." And Xolo Mariduena says, "Hey man, arrest me. I'm ready to come back. We're hitting hard this animated project. We're hoping to get this settled out this year to show everyone next year." So what does he mean by showing everyone? Does it mean he means the show coming out? Or maybe just having a little bit of a tease for us in 2026? Now, if you don't know how much crazy the process is for animated projects take quite a while to come out. But it seems that they're trying to work this out, and they're hoping to give us something, if not the whole show. They're hoping to give us something by 2026. And, they get into a conversation about, can you believe, everything going on? Do you think that we're going to see more of him in live action? Are we going to see more of Jaime in live action? And Xolo says this: "Look, he's got his hands in his kitchen. I don't want to walk in while the chef is doing his thing. But I can say that once they're finished with this 3-course meal, I'm ready. And look, I have no reason to believe that he's lying. Like, whatever, we're adults. Say whatever you want to say. I'm just happy to have done this first one, and I'll continue to spread the word about that while we get the second one drafted up." So, never say never. I think if a good script's out there, then maybe, we could see a Blue Beetle too. But I think this animated series is showing that they believe in the character, but they understand that maybe Blue Beetle is not ready as a film franchise quite yet. There needs to be a little bit more time for kids and young people to really understand who Blue Beetle is, care about Blue Beetle, and, I think there is a little bit of nostalgia sometimes that might be needed to make a movie work. Like, do your kids know who Blue Beetle is, for example? Can you, or not only your kids, but do you know who Blue Beetle is? And maybe it takes some kids growing up with Blue Beetle, so when they become parents and it's time for another Blue Beetle film, they're ready for it because they've gotten used to Blue Beetle from the one movie, from the animated show, and other projects that Xolo might get to be in. Now, I think Xolo has a better chance coming out in Teen Titans. I think he has a better chance to come out with Booster Gold, the show Booster Gold. I think he has a much better chance of getting his first live, comeback in the DCU as those characters. But you never say never. You never know. I do think there was some things, it's kind of sad really with that movie, because I do think there was some things that hurt the chances of that film having a sequel. One, the whole trailer controversy at the very end, I just think not only was that a dumb thing to put at the end of the trailer, but the way that the director handled it was not the wisest. I think it was a dumb way for the people to handle it. And I think because people naturally were just tired. They were tired of all the preachiness. They were tired of all the pushing all these things. And to call Batman a fascist at the end of the trailer, even though in the movie it wasn't that big of a deal, and in some ways it was kind of just silly, it was still a dumb thing to really put in it. But it wasn't as offensive as what it felt like in the trailer. For the rest of the human world and the audience, we were just so tired of all the political landscape as it was. And shoving that in there, it was just an eye roll of, oh, here we go again. Here we go, pushing and preaching and pushing things again. And also, no one wants to hear their favorite character, Batman, get crap talked. So no one cared about that. And it definitely kept me from seeing it in the theater. I was really excited to see it, but I had other things going on in my life at that time. And so I was like, you know what? I'll just wait. And when me and my wife watched it on Max, we really enjoyed it. But that kept me away, specifically the director's comments. The director's comments kept me away from seeing the movie at the time when it first came out. Because it was just a dumb thing. It was a dumb thing to say. It was just a dumb thing to do, to egg on. It's like, okay, you told people not to see it, and they chose not to see it. That said, the other thing I think could have made the movie better, and you can't really control this, but they had the actress, and it seemed like maybe with the lens they had, they wanted to hire people that fit a certain narrative of what they had in the film, which is fine. I love the fact it dealt with the family. Jaime Reyes' family was involved. I actually thought that was pretty good. Some of it was kind of silly, but I thought it was pretty good. I do wish they would have had the original Blue Beetle in there, and I think that was a mistake not to have the original Blue Beetle in there. I think that could have made the movie better. But, I guess they wanted to make sure that Jaime had a chance to shine, but that's just another situation, another story. But the Scarab, the character, the actress that played the Scarab, I really think they should have put a comedian in that role. The funny thing, especially if you ever watch Young Justice, if you ever want to see the best adaptation of Blue Beetle, watch Season 2 of Young Justice. Season 2 of Young Justice serves Blue Beetle so well. So well. But the Scarab, the funniest part about the Scarab is there's inside that Scarab has this inclination of how it wants to, just take over the human race. And it can't. And it bonds with Jaime, and Jaime has control. But every once in a while, that Scarab still suggests or still tries to take control in certain ways. And that's what makes it really entertaining and fun, and could have caused a lot of mystery for future films to want to explore. And the fact they didn't go that direction, and it's just like a robot voice, I think was kind of lame, and it kind of missed the fun of what the character could have been. And you could have easily had someone like Alan Tudyk do the voice of the Scarab, and it would have been fantastic. It would have been fantastic. And, they chose not to do that, and I think that as far as, could have really had some fun beats, had some good humor in the trailer that maybe could have helped more people go see the film. But that's just me. That's kind of how I felt, kept people away from seeing the movie, personally. Those are the things that I would have done to maybe had more people go see it. But I think for those reasons, we're not going to be going to see a new Blue Beetle film anytime soon, sadly. Which is a bummer, because I think Zolo is perfect for Jaime. I think he's a perfect actor to play Jaime Reyes. And it's going to be a bummer that, that's going to kind of fall through a little bit. But maybe this Blue Beetle show will be phenomenal, and maybe that can change some things. And maybe we'll be seeing Ted Cord, and Jaime, and Booster Gold, and all these characters sooner than we think. But anyway, guys, what do you think? Do you think we're going to be getting a sequel anytime soon? Do you think our chances are pretty slim? Are you just happy that maybe we're getting these animated series sooner than you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, I hope you're having a good one. Peace.